All right, fellas, we live between the pits. Mr. Rhett, what's going on today, brother?
What's happening, man? It's the wrong day, but we made it, didn't we?
We made it. We here on time. We got a special guest with us here tonight. Some horsepower guru, Mr. Jeffrey Bryant from Gas and JBE Engines. What's going on, boss man?
Ain't much going on, man. Just enjoying the afternoon, what's left of it. Sun done went down and starting to get cool again.
Yep. We got a couple of your trucks run with us last year. Some of your engines you built. Big Ford, man. I can tell by the blue there.
Yeah, Dave Renfro put them McCarns on me. They were having some engine trouble. They were when they were starting out and kept breaking engines, and he gave them my phone number. And I hadn't never really done any mud style engines before. But I took a route that I watched it a little bit, and I took a route with my camshafts and stuff that I like to make torque. I don't necessarily make RPM, which if I can turn your wheels if I can turn you a 92 mile per hour wheel speed with I don't know 6,200 RPMs of engine, and you're doing it at 8,000 RPM, I think I'm gonna outlast you.
There you go.
You spend your money somewhere else, because the only thing that's hitting the ground on them things is the wheels and tires. So if we get in the wheel speed there like everybody else, it don't matter what your RPM of your motor is, as long as it'll pull it.
That's right.
We have geared that thing, and I'm talking super fast. We have geared it and killed that motor, so we know what to kill it. You can take enough gear out and try to run it too high, it will kill the motor. But that's where we at with that motor, and it's been a pretty good one. I rolled some bearings in it here. Back in 22, I rolled a set of main and rods in it. I already had them bought, and it wasn't no. When we pulled the other ones out, they looked like it happened right there when he crashed that mega tab over the Orangeburg. So I rolled the bearings out of it. What I took out, what I put in looked as good as what I took out, so vice versa. What I took out looked as good as what I put in. So, but I was scared about bearing crush.
Yeah.
I talk bearing crushers like when you torque them back. I already had the bearings bought, so they were going in. Man, they look slick. They set in it. They've been going ever since. I checked the valve spring.
Oh, she's louder than you are, Jeffrey.
Right there when he what they cooking?
I don't know. I thought BT was getting shot there.
No, she was beating this damn microphone picks up everything. She was beating that darn sauce on the table to get it to come out.
I heard that.
And then I looked at her and said something. She beat it some more. Oh man. But hey, Bo, you got a couple. There's another truck or two that runs with us too a little bit. You got some motors in too, ain't it?
Yeah, I got one in one of David Williams' trucks. It's won some couple races. I finally got one put together for him. It took me about a year to get the thing going. I got sick in there in 22. And the hospital liked to mess me up with my leg. But I had a heart ablation done, and they nicked the artery or a vein in my leg, and man, it swelled up like a football. And the only remedy for repair was to sit around and let it go down. They didn't want to go in it, man. I wanted to stick an ice pick in it. That thing hurt bad. But anyway, we got over there. We got David going. He's pretty happy with my motor. I'm actually doing him another one, so I don't know. I'm in the middle of it right now, so I don't know he's going to have where he's got the motors out of everything he owns right now. What combinations he's going back with there, I know, and y'all know that he tore that truck up last year pretty good. I think he was going to retire it, but then when I went down there the other week, looking over that motor I had built him, and I checked valve springs on it and stuff and looked at it, and I had left some plugs in the cylinder heads It's an old NASCAR spot Silverhead, and I left some plugs down in the oil galley returns. And what they do is they put a plug in there, and then they drill an orifice hole in it
Yeah.
and flood those motors with oil up in the valve covers to keep the valve cool under 500 miles. Well, he's nowhere near doing that, but I didn't catch him, so I didn't get him out. And we noticed over there, I think I called it the back stretch, but down one of them pit holes over there in Orangeburg and might even been Timber Farm, that thing looked like a freight train. And what it was doing, it was building that oil up in there, and it don't have the same apparatus in there to keep the oil off the guide, so it went to puffing a little bit, which it never missed a beat. It just looked bad. I think we got that straightened out, and we're working on his daughter a motor, I believe, for her truck. Now I ain't seen what it's going in yet, but I'm working on it now. It's the rods were a little heavy for what we were doing, so I bought a lighter set of rods because I'd rather do a light rotating assembly than add Mallory to my crank. So that's where we at with it. We're in the middle of that. They tell me my rods will be here tomorrow by 7 p.m. We'll see.
There you go. You ain't giving away no secrets now, are you?
No, that's about all we're gonna tell you right there. Is everybody's on the same page. They know that light and everything works pretty good. Whether it's your rotating assembly or your whole buggy, light's the way to go.
That's what they say. That's why Radar knows about that light, that diet, putting the trucks on the diet.
Yeah, I've been on a diet.
Yeah.
Not me, the truck. I need to be on a diet.
The pictures you've put out there, the truck looks good. I'll tell you that. It's a good looking craftsmanship in that thing.
Thank you, man. That's a lot of Curtis and a lot of grinding for me.
Yeah, that truck's good.
We'll see what them. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
A lot of time.
I hope Cassie's ready to do some driving.
That's a 180 turnaround truck right there.
Yep.
If
you ain't testing it,
if it don't do nothing else, I believe it's safer than it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. It'll be safer. It'll be a little lighter.
Yep. They calling you Juice, man. That's your nickname or something there, Bo?
Yeah, no, I just about bet that's old Dave Renfro.
That's him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I crew chief for him one time down to we went down to the round track at Myrtle Beach one weekend, had a well of a time with him and his dad. We stayed right on the beach, had a beachfront room. The breakfast was good. The lady got so tired of bringing me sweet tea for breakfast, she brought a pitcher and stuck a straw in it for me.
Dang.
I was drinking that tea. I said, well, you shouldn't make it so good if you don't want me to drink it. But we had some good times down there. His dad, he's a real avid race fan. Also, just like Dave, they like me. I like the round tracking too. And I wanted to tell you a little story since we all hear about Dave right quick. We'll get off of that. But I was down there standing on the infield little building. I think it was the tire building down there in the middle of Myrtle Beach Speedway. And Dave was out there hot lapping. And I had my earphones on talking to him because I was crew chief trying to help him and his dad out that night. Like I said, we had a real good time. Wouldn't take nothing for it. Nothing at all. But anyway, 2 cars went down the front straightaway and they spun out down in turn 1. So I seen Dave. He was coming up the back stretch toward 3. I said, Dave, you need to slow down when you get back down this way now. You got 2 spun out in turn 1. He comes down through there and he locked the brakes up. He spun out. I said, no, never mind. They make that 3 spun out in turn 1. We had some good times out there. He didn't eat anything, but it was fun. He finished the race.
We talking about the place beside the.
Wouldn't take nothing for it. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was a little fun me and Dave's had over the years. We've been to a lot of NASCAR auctions and stuff, buying parts, and building cars and building motors. And I actually put the combination together for his motor. He was running what they called a late model stock rules.
We're
gonna get BT some soundproofing.
I'm telling you, they loud, ain't they, Bo?
They're the loudest thing on here.
Yeah, he got it going on tonight over there.
I can't figure out how to turn the damn thing down so you can't hear the big mouth.
Sensitivity or something. They are wilding out.
So,
I think they do that on purpose.
I think so.
How many racetracks y'all got the point series going to this year?
We're going everywhere in South Carolina, and we're going back to Little Dew, and we're going back to Cobbtown.
Yep.
So we've got a pretty good little mix going on, and the V treads this year in the horseshoe class are not leaving the state. So that hopefully will help some of that turnout for them, because I know those guys like to jump and turn, and we're going to let them do all jump and turn, races for the V treads, and then the horseshoe will be all turning course racing. So
Yeah, I think their trucks need to get in the series, because I'll tell you this, they won't run with a better series, a bunch of group of guys, the group of guys there is. Y'all fantastic as far as I'm concerned, and evidently, I can tell you this from here a couple months back, you know where to go buy the barbecue for the little end of the year deal, because it was awesome.
that was a good time, wasn't
Yes, sir, that was good.
Oh, yeah.
It was good eating.
it? I'm still thinking about that barbecue and the desserts, and that was
And
a good time.
I got my monkey hanging up in the 8 right now.
Yeah, everybody was trying to nab that big bag of cash that I was carrying around.
Yeah, man, you had it going on.
It was fun, man.
It was a
Yeah,
good
you had it
deal.
going on.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Hanging
Yeah.
out, racing. It's fun to have points or something to go for, but it's more about the group of guys that you get to do it with. For me,
Yeah.
Yep.
And one thing about down to BT and them's track down to 3C or Branchville, however you want to look at it, however you know it. That flat track they got, that's about the closest thing, as far as I'm concerned, as the engine builder. That's about the closest track you would have to a drag race motor.
yep.
Yeah.
Now, when you horseshoeing and things like these trucks are doing, I don't necessarily say a drag style motor where you zero to wide open is what you always need. Because I hear them when they go to Twitties, I hear everybody's throttle crack down in that corner down there where all that mud is.
You have to, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you better. I would be up in there with Kirby down there on the end getting a
You
corn
be down there
dog.
buying hot dogs, ain't it?
that's right. Speaking of turns right there, I see Dave says, yeah, we're ready to roll at Thunder
Thunder
Alley.
Alley, baby.
That's right. And we at horseshoe class and that V-tread class will be running there. So that's going to be awesome. We're going to have them on here to talk about it too. Yep, there's Zach right there.
Zach
I need to get back to Zach on the dates. He was asking me today, but we've been
Zach says-
had a wild week.
Zach said you got something on the shirt there, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Yeah, that Ford.
Does he want one?
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. You ever work on any Chevrolet motors? You strictly Ford, Jeff.
I have worked on some Chevrolet motors, and I ain't scared of them. But I'm a Ford guy. I always felt like coming up through school when it was my era in high school. Ford was a dark horse because you couldn't buy nothing to race with. You had to buy it and massage on it. And we always picked as the Ford guys. It was a small group when I was coming up, but around the schoolhouse. But we always said you could go to Zippy Mart and buy a camshaft for a Chevrolet. If you wanted one for a Ford, you had to cut a broomstick and get some 16 penny nails and make you one.
Yeah.
Yep.
God damn. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Old school, right?
But
So,
yeah,
Let's
tell you what,
jump
the
back.
horses- Go ahead.
Let's jump back to where you were talking about being Dave Renfro's crew chief, I guess. What year was that, if you don't mind telling on yourself? People, inspiring minds want to know. Inspiring minds.
Lord have mercy.
I'm telling on myself now.
Late 90s.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Ain't too
Shoot,
far
right
long
there.
ago.
The turn of the century.
Well, what
right?
kind
I hadn't told y'all all about me. I did a lot of dirt track racing over the years. I drove some. I built me a car for back then they called it hobby, and the hobby class. I built me a car. It took me 2.5 years to build it because I wasn't no big money man, and it took me about 25 minutes to tear it all to pieces.
Oh no!
Yeah,
That's usually how it happens, huh?
yeah. I had a 60. Just to tell you a little bit about it, I had a 67 67 Mercury Comet, and I had built me a 351 Cleveland. Far as horsepower versus money, that 4-barrel Cleveland was hard to beat, and inexpensive to make it run. You put camshaft in it and gear in it, and it would go. So you couldn't run electric fuel pumps or nothing. But getting in them gray areas, I put a Hobbs switch on the oil pressure, cut the arm off the manual fuel pump, run my fuel line through it, and I had a Holly Blue back there in the trunk. It didn't come on. You know what kind of racket they make, but it didn't come on till the oil pressure hit the motor. So it was running before the fuel pump come on back there. Every now and then you had to take your little. You've seen them ketchup mustard bottles they put on the restaurant tables.
Yeah.
I always had one of them full of gas, and I'd fill my carburetor vent bowl up with it to prime it to start with. So they wouldn't hear that pump.
Them gray hairs, baby.
Yep. Hey, did you help BT hottest nitrous bottle?
Hey, don't be talking about that now.
Yeah, I heard a lot about people speculating on that, but
Here's the
Hey,
speculation.
listen, they digging for it. They digging for
I
it.
Dig it.
I got a pretty good motor man too there. He's a highway department fella too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, got a good one. But I was gonna get back on that straight line. You know, it's pretty close to a drag motor there. But then when you get over in that mud pit, you better have some torque. And like I say, wheel speed. Everybody knows what you need. Maybe the guys starting out ain't learning, but it don't take them long to learn it now. Sometimes people go a lifetime and never learn, but people catching on pretty quick nowadays.
Oh yeah. Well, let me ask you something. What kind of driver was Dave Renfro?
He was good and smooth, and he was very appreciative. He talked to you the whole time he was racing.
Oh, I know he likes to talk now.
Well, he talked like that. He talked like that in that race car. He'd say, "I appreciate you doing this, and I appreciate that. And man, this thing feels good." And he told us a bunch of things. I'd look over there at his dad. His dad had a set of earphones on. He'd just shake his head. We was all smiling. We was all smiling big, but he could drive the old car. He could drive the old car. I told him what I thought about the Ford motor versus them Chevrolet motors. Now I said we're not gonna pull the lower gears they pulling on them Chevrolet. We're gonna pull a high gear, but you need to stay up on top of the track up there and keep it wound up. If you stay up on top, it'll go. And he found out it was the way to go around the track down there. But I think they had a Chevrolet car too. And like I said, they had some good looking race cars.
Yeah.
And like I said, I wouldn't take 30 minutes from none of it because I really enjoyed racing with him and his dad, Mr. Dave Renfro Sr. And Dave, he puts his heart and soul into that announcing, and he enjoys that. And I think he's found this spot for that, just like me. And I like motors. I know some people's thinking about the softball game at night or something. I'm always thinking, I'm not counting sheep jumping the fence when I go to bed. I'm counting the roller lifters going across the lobes of the can.
That's right.
I like motors. And I'll tell you this: when I get through with a motor, I'm about done with the automobile. I'm ready to move on to the next motor. I don't care too much more about the rest of the car.
Just
that might be what they got me killed down there when I told you it took me 2.5 years to build that round track in about 25 minutes to tear it up. That thing would go down the straightaway so fast. I pulled a 650 gear in it right over here at the new Columbia Speedway in Gaston when they had it going. And it'd go down that straightaway, but when it got down to the corner, that thing didn't know to go left or right. I was all over the place. Well, if I ever got it straight where I could get through the corner and go back down the back stretch, you better hold on because I'm coming. If I can't get beside you, I was going to bump you in the bumper and help you going around.
Yeah, he might take you out on the way by.
Hold the curve down there, huh?
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. But I've had a good time, you know, here the last probably five, working on 6 years now with the McCarns and the mud racing. Now, they really love it. They'll go mud racing. They're gonna drop what they doing if there's a mud race and they going. They're gonna be there.
Yep. I don't think you've missed many. I haven't seen you in a bunch of them.
Yeah, they got me hooked on it, man. They got me hooked on it.
It's a good thing. It's a hard thing to get hooked. I get hooked too. It's unhook's the problem.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah. Sometimes you get too hooked, right?
Yep.
Super hooked. I'm super hooked, I guess.
I was watching some
taking over your life status, right?
That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. I mean, how'd she tell me that thing? It's I can't remember how she told me about this mud racing is taking over something. I forgot how she said that shit. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Truth hurts, I reckon.
It does sometimes, man. I feel like I get more texts just from mud bogging people and stuff than anybody else.
Yep.
I've heard stories.
It can take over. Call me for an hour. Like 5 different guys in a night. You can't call them for an hour.
Oh yeah, I know. But I think this thing's picking on. I think I've heard some fellas. Like I said, I talked to a fella from Georgia. Got some new trucks coming in. So
yep,
it's coming along. How's the entries looking, Red? Got any more entries coming?
We still at about 30. I know the flat tracking guys. I gotta talk to you about that.
I got some news for you. I got to talk to you about that too.
Well, that's good. Some good news. But we're looking pretty good. Dave and Matt are getting enthusiastic. I was waiting to release the schedule because they kind of had some things going on and all the tracks kind of weren't ready, you know. So now I'll post the schedule again. Hopefully we get everybody revved up. I know a lot of new trucks coming out. We got a few new sponsors jumped on board. We'll get on that list here in a minute.
Yeah. Well, hey,
a few of the V-Treads are starting to dig around, asking about their schedule again, because you know what happens. It gets to be the end of the year, and you get that lull between seasons, and people, you know, kind of had a lot of it, and then now it's February. Everybody's kind of wanting to go racing again.
That's right. We are.
The first race of the year pretty much is Tyndall.
The first race, yeah, pretty much out of anybody is Tyndall Farms.
Well, see, and that's on the 24th.
Whatever that last weekend is, I think it is
24th. It might be or 28th,
24th or 28th.
I
think it's the 24th, and then it's an off weekend. Then we race, or 2 weekends. Then we race.
Everybody's going to be working on the trucks on the 22nd and 23rd.
Yep,
that's a lot of them do that. Working on.
That's right.
That's what that's
Friday night works. That's right.
Yep.
But that's
Logan says, the 24th.
And then our first points race will be in Branchville on the 9th. I believe that's right. 9th.
March 9th.
And Tino's going to print me a flyer up with everything on it, but I think we're going to have a little changes on how we're going to run it. So I got to get with Rhett. I'm going to make some people happy. Some people not so happy.
It happens.
Trying to make people happy. I tell you all that.
You
BT will probably tell you spend endless hours on the phone with people.
You can't.
And then you come up with something, and then you know, so
it ain't to my likings. I'll put to you that to give you any info. But hey, I'm trying to get what we can to get more than we can in here. Because
man, we need the guys, and we need some of them flat track guys for sure.
Yeah, them damn flat trackers.
I know there's about 20 of them sitting there looking at us going, how can we win if we get in? You know what I mean?
I'm going to start calling them dry tire rejects.
Hey.
Just kidding.
That's what we were talking about that, and I said, some of these people might be surprised. BT seems to be all right on a light. We'll see what happens.
They better think they ain't going to get over on that 8 just because it's on the flat track. I can tell them that.
When was you running on that flat track last?
Which flat track, at the house or the?
Yeah.
What's your fastest time? He wants to know. How much you weigh? What's your fastest time, and how big's your motor?
No, was y'all on there last weekend? Like I seen.
Oh no, that video I posted was when we had like a little test and tune shootout race, and I had to show somebody what them backlights of that daggone ape looks like.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, that's what I was referencing there. That's
Yeah.
I watched some of that. It looked like it was coming down through there pretty good.
What do you think about that, Mr. Jeffrey? The heads up stuff. You like that? I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, the heads up would be good, as long as you maintain. I hadn't quite grasped it. I know how it works in drag racing. They just heads up, and then if you lose, you out. But I just don't understand. I guess I ain't understanding if you run a 9-points truck and you get beat.
Well, the way I look at it like that, the way I look at it is, you in the series, you say you the baddest series, you the baddest trucks, you ought to outrun the outside trucks, in my opinion.
Yep. And let's talk about, while we're talking about that, how the points will break down. I believe the way it's going to work, if we have, say, a 16 truck field in a class, say you go out first round, I believe the worst you will do is 5th place points.
Yeah. Everybody in that round gets last place.
Actually, a mud truck that thinks maybe it gets 6th place out of 10 or something, they're going to want to go to that heads up race and go, man, if I can just get up 1 or 2 rounds,
that's right,
I'm going to get more points than I thought. So I think it'll be fun going heads up, because it's not like you're going to go out the first round and get 15th place points or something.
Yeah.
You get like a 45, something like that.
Yeah, everybody goes out that round and get the same points.
Yes.
So
a bracket dial-in would be something too, now.
That would be awesome. And somebody's working on getting a real tree to where we'll be able to do that. We could all run like one class all together and have to wait and chase each other down.
Yeah, if you ever did any drag racing, it's rough to sit there and watch the other man take off till you can go.
Yep. That's hard to do.
Hard on them nerves.
Yep. I'll sit there and take off, and Johnny will sit there, have to wait and watch me.
Yep. We working on a little something. I tell you that. The man called back and said the wind light ought to be ready. He done build a new one, and it ought to be ready here in a week. I think it might be this week. He's supposed to be bringing that thing, so it'd be set on go. And I hope these fellas know they won't. This is gonna, like you said, Red, it's gonna be single elimination. So,
yep.
If you get outrun, that's it. I mean,
yep. If you out, you out. And that's how they do it, right? That's how the gassers do it.
That's how we gonna do it too, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I hadn't mentioned one other motor I got out there, and he's trying to get his things together, but he's struggling too, and ain't got a whole lot of help down there where he's at. But Jacob Green with the little scrappy truck, it's a little Ranger. We call it little scrappy. He stays down there.
He's been on here commenting about you the whole time. I don't know if you can see the comments or not.
Yeah, some of them I do see, and then I hear y'all commenting on some I can't see, and that's been not just tonight, but sometimes they'll come up at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, he's trying hard too. He don't have a whole lot of motor, but when he can go, he gives it his all, man. He's a good guy to be around. He keeps up with this sport. I'll tell y'all that. He knows a lot of who's doing what.
Oh yeah, Jacob's in it, and he's definitely Taz's biggest fan for sure.
Correct.
He is Team Taz to the end, bro.
Yeah. Them two boys get along good.
Yep. Looks like, man, we've got guys from all over watching. We got Don on here. Don's truck looks like it's really coming along.
It's gonna be quick.
Oh man,
Mr. Schofield, the Mod Street ain't gonna run those shootouts, so you ain't gotta worry about that.
Yep,
they won't run no shootout. It's all on consistency or whatever. But me and
I will say this: the ones that don't have a truck that like the sport is gonna be down there and go in there. I see a couple guys commented here. One old name here I see that I remember from way back, that Johnny Jackson. He used to have a truck, Mohawk or something. Had aluminum.
Yep.
I remember it had aluminum chassis on it. Now, I'm just calling it what I see now, but about every time he'd run, he'd break something on that aluminum chassis, but he'd get it fixed.
It ride
That's
too.
right.
Man. That thing was quick.
Yeah,
Man,
it would ride. But he said something about needing a sponsor. Hey, if you can buy him a pail of fuel, carry him a pail of fuel by there and give it to him at the racetrack. You won't get a racer to smile no bigger than somebody walk up and hand them something for that race truck.
Yep.
How's Mod Street gonna work? Wesley, like we said, that Mod Street's gonna run off a consistency deal this year, so you ain't got to worry about no shootout in that class. So.
Yeah.
But
And while we're talking about that, how's the mud hole
Oh,
looking? Is it going to be? It's not going to be a super deep hole, is it? It's going to be fast, or what are we looking like? What's Terry doing to us?
it looks like a
What's he
mud
got?
hole, man. It looks like a mud hole right now.
Then Mod Street truck's going to make it out because
Oh yeah,
that's
the
what
plan.
that's what somebody asked me is I think what they're talking about. So
That's the plan.
if one truck makes it out right, and then the others get stuck, all of them.
Yeah. I see my
Does
man
that
Wayne
count
Feld
in?
on here. I need some sponsorship. We'll talk to Wayne. But it's looking good, man. Because we got to make the turn. We coming up with some ideas because they all gonna run the big pit to start with. Because we got to run the horseshoe track and the V-treads are gonna run the turn too. So the far side pit's gonna be a little nastier. It'll be the starting line now, but it'll be a finish line because we don't want them screaming out the other end, because.
Yeah, the other second half the
That's
horseshoe.
right. But we looking like it, but it looks good. I guess ain't nobody saw the picture I posted on the Branchford website Saturday, did they? Or the bottom plow we just bought.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm asking.
I sent that picture.
That's not the one that went through Patrick's, is it?
No. I sent that picture to Patrick.
Impassable.
I sent that picture to Patrick and said, "Hey man, we just got finished with the hole. We coming to Palmetto." He talking about, "I'll meet you there in an hour."
Oh man. Hey, if you're gonna stir it, I guess stir it with both hands.
Yeah,
Right?
you might as well, man, get them started, Bo. But hey, the way I was talking, if it takes us running some shootout races to get all these Georgia boys in here to outrun them, that's what I guess I'm gonna have to run some shootout races. I reckon, Red.
I hear there's 20 on the fence.
I want to see them get across the fence now. I want to see some.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to see some entries, not just talking about it in them keyboard warriors. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, but you know how them boys love that flat track ending. Hey, I'm ready to try to play on it. If you get one.
But see, that gonna kill you because you ain't gonna have a second and third place payout there on them shootout races. You know what I mean?
Yep. You have the winner.
If you want them shootout races and those other races to pay money, all the racers, when they load that truck up on Saturday morning headed to the track or Friday night, they need to holler through the neighborhood and tell them to come on and watch. That'll help make pay.
Amen. That's
the number. That's a very good point there, sir. And that's what I try to tell everybody, that you can be a cheerleader for yourself. Try to get your friends and family and your neighbors, when they see you with your truck, come watch, come see what the deal is. Tell your friends, bring somebody to the track.
That's right. Get them out.
But butts in seats is what helps pay those payouts and help pay for those tracks.
Hey, off to another point. What was that track? That last track we ran in Alabama?
Buckaloo. It was the one that was very fast and hard hooking, right?
Because there was a fella. My wife texted me today and asked me about it. She had some fella up there at work from Alabama, and she was talking to him about his mud truck. She says, "I believe he showed a picture of the truck, and he told her, I believe I seen that truck run before." So,
that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm filling your head up. That's something to be so big."
Hey, it's fun to travel though and meet new people and go different places. And
that's good, Bo. But like I say, we working on the track, all our timers and everything's gonna be good. And I'm gonna talk with Red off air after this about the idea we got. But I think it's gonna work. It's gonna make some people happy. We're gonna run in the mud also, but
yeah. Hopefully you got something up your sleeve. Yeah.
We heard some.
I know there's a bunch of them on the fence and a bunch of our V-treads, right? Mr. JBE, where's Taz at?
Is he sleeping? Taz is sitting home grazing right now. He's under the shed. They've had him cranked up night before last. They doing I'll tell you what, they doing a drop box change in it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they fixing to do a drop box change in it, trying to get some updated where it not necessarily get faster, but some more array of gears, you might say, where they can where they can change up. They find it's hard to find some gears for that old box. They got that thing.
Yep.
So they updating that box where they could have a little more gear selection.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know Taz and William, I think they were 1 point out of second last year, I do believe.
Yeah, they didn't like my idea. I told them how to win that thing, but they wouldn't do it. I told them to go to Little Dude when all the rest of them stayed home.
That's right. Get them points. That's right.
And sign him and Jacob up to run. They could run the same truck.
Yep.
Get them points.
I believe he got them 51 points, be ahead of everybody by about 51.
Yep, that's what Tony said.
I couldn't get him to bite. I'm competitive now.
There you go.
I'm a competitive cat when it comes to that stuff. The first time I met BT, we lost the race
that was with Tyler.
This much, and he tell me that I'm using the stopwatch.
That was with Tyler and his daddy, wasn't it?
No, it was with Ernie and.
Okay,
Ernie,
I remember it now. It might have
been. Ernie won. Ernie and them won. His son, what's his name?
Adam.
Pro Mod.
Yeah.
The one that hollers Pro Mod all the time. What's his name?
Yeah. Adam and Ernie.
Adams won, but I mean, he got us by that little much. And I said, man, how you clocking this thing? Because I tell you what, Taz looked like he got out of town on that one run. He said, oh, right here, this pencil and stopwatch. But after I've learned you on this show right here, I said, yeah, that fit him to the T.
He was hot. Hey, you was a little hot that day now. I don't know if it was alcoholic induced or whatever.
No, sir.
No alcohol.
No, it wasn't no alcohol induced. It was working hard and knowed you had your shit on game.
Yep.
And then get beat. That's about the toughest way to get beat. Now, if I'd have drug ass all week and got beat, I wouldn't have said nothing. But man, we thought we had that thing covered, but we got covered. How about that?
That's right. I remember that.
That's awesome.
I remember that.
Yes, sir.
I want to jump over here real quick to one of our modified street guys. Wesley's asking about stuck trucks and passes in the consistency of the modified street. I think what he's asking is, say if a truck makes it out in 20 seconds and then a truck makes it out in 30 seconds, is he better off than a truck that got stuck twice? I think is what he's asking.
Yeah, because the way I look at it is you'll get like 200 foot the whole distance and then whatever you got, correct? They'll go away from the time.
Yeah, but if a guy has 2 times, he's going to be better off than a guy that got stuck twice. So say a guy gets stuck twice at 50 feet, that's not good for him.
No.
A guy with any 2 times or any 1 time would be ahead of him.
Yeah.
It would have to be.
It goes the time, the greater. The time's the. And also, we're
hoping that everybody's not going to be getting stuck. We're not trying to put you in a freaking bottomless pit. I don't believe.
No. Because we got to pull them out. And if we have the trucks we hoping, we got to pull them out.
Yep. We want it to go, the show.
And people don't like to see that too. But we also, something else we're doing, we moving the mud hole. We ain't moving the mud hole, but we're moving the timers back. So it's going to be 200 foot instead of 275, 77 foot.
Okay. Heck yeah.
So it's going to be a 200 foot just like everywhere else.
Yeah. That's cool.
You know what that means, don't you?
A little faster time for them, I reckon.
You can lower the gear a little bit, right?
It's a little faster time, but the time you're making up when you get out the pit in that 75 foot will be gone. So you better get through the pit.
That's right.
Yeah, you better keep going, huh?
Yep. That's the plan. We're moving it back to 200 foot. Yep, that's the answer.
That'll help slow down there too. You have to give somebody somewhere to stop.
That's right. But I think how about the horseshoe class? I picking up. We got the Godfather team in here.
I'm surprised it got. Well, I guess the Godfather's still in Florida. We got to get him back out of Florida, man. It's time. It's time to wake up, Blaine. Blaine's been down there trying to build a Chevrolet at a Mopar shop. How you think that's going to work out for him? I hear it's a Mopar shop.
Yeah, his uncle's a Mopar man. No, he ball peen. It was 275, I think.
Yeah, it's always been that.
Yeah, that's
right,
the mud
BT?
hole. Yep, it's always been that. We going back
That's
to
why your time you think you're a little slower than you might be because you extra 75 feet on the end.
that's a half a track.
Yeah, man.
Another half a track.
That is it.
How many DOT horseshoes and V treads you got? Waiting on you, Zach.
Waiting on you. We got 9 horseshoe trucks. And really, right now, just the snowball. Tony Hare standing there with both hands up going, what the heck?
Waiting on y'all.
Waiting on some V-treads. And V-treads are not leaving South Carolina. So.
And we ain't going 1 ton to V tread, all that. We going agriculture, tire, and let it eat.
Yep. And the V-treads are going to run at Branchville, Tyndall Farms, the Masters Motorsplex, Orangeburg, and Twitty's. That's the places where they can turn. They wanted to be able to turn. Said they didn't really want to do the straight line. They wanted to turn. So
All
we're
of
letting
them
them turn, right, BT?
Yep. All turn.
And when y'all go to the triple threat, y'all be doing a paper clip with jumps. So
I tell you what, William McCorn he make that turn down there at Branchville. He like that horseshoe down there.
They say it's tight, but I don't seen a bunch of good trucks make it.
Hey, he's made it. And he likes it. He likes it when you back there a couple races a year or so ago. Y'all let them decide which way they wanted to run.
Yep.
Yeah, he loved that horseshoe now.
It's a
He's
good
one
one.
of them that likes it. But I think, did he not last year in the points? Didn't he? He get his entry paid for this year, right?
Yep. They got free entry.
Yeah. I guess he's
Got third.
I guess they'll race it. I don't get into that aspect with them. I just like to go when they say we going.
Yep.
I hope so. The class wouldn't be the same without Taz.
Yeah, they enjoy that going around. That's a good group of people, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, Mr. McCarron, good fellas. Do anything for you.
Yep.
Good cats. What's the older little skinny fellas with them all the time? It's got the cigar.
Oh, you talking about Mr. Larry?
Mr. Larry, that's
Larry.
my buddy there now.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Larry.
we had him on the show. Remember?
Yeah,
that was back in the first show.
First or the second one, yeah.
Episode 1, I believe.
Yeah, like when y'all went down there to the shop.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't make that one, but yeah, Mr. Larry was sitting there.
Dave wants no hammies in the small tire.
Well, hopefully we can get. That's one of the classes that's really lacking right now due to hopefully some of the flat trackers getting in. There's only right now like 4 of y'all in small tire.
Does one mud hole scares them fellas out of racing the whole series, Bo?
Well,
that's bad.
I think it's the number because we were trying to go for 3 flat tracks, 2 mud holes, in the triple threat.
But where the heck's the other 2 mud holes at?
Tyndall Farms is a straight line mud hole, and then Little Dew.
Palmetto and Little Dew.
No, Tyndall Farms and Little Dew. Palmetto is going to be flat track, heads up.
Oh, he's going to have the flat track ready for that?
He says.
Oh, okay.
You better get on it.
Them ain't no doggone mud holes, in my opinion, but hey, all right.
Blaines will be, I believe. Blaines is always depending on, especially if we start in the turn and then go outwards, which I think that's what we're going to do. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah. We're going to start from the turn and go back the other way.
Yep. But I think we might got can't wait to hear what you have to say, but I think we might got a solution that might help some of that.
Yeah.
We get them other 20 trucks, that'll bring us up to 50 without the V-treads that we should have. But Zach says his is going on a trailer somewhere.
Oh, I think he's trying to sell that thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
How would street mod work at Cobbtown? I guess they just run like a consistency class if they run at Cobbtown, correct?
Yeah. The modified street, it'll be consistency everywhere.
Wesley, don't nobody run a pond. There's a difference between a mud hole and a pond. I don't know if y'all do know, but it does take water to make mud.
Sometimes, but
not more. I ain't never been to a pond.
I've raced in a pond before.
Yeah, me too. But it wasn't at Branchville
unless it rained. Not on purpose.
Unless it rained the whole day that day.
Not on purpose.
Man, I'll tell them if you're scared, say you're scared. Well, that's all you got to do. I can't be telling them that, can I?
No.
I can't get
on that. You can't say that. But I do understand that we got different types of trucks, Some like to go flat. Some like to go mud. I like to do it all. I'm really hoping that Heads Up is going to bring some of the guys together, because it's not just about pulling up there and letting go of the button, you know.
I think it's a lot of it. They don't want to wash them.
Yeah, there could be some of that. Sometimes I don't want to wash
I
them
don't
either.
either.
I can't blame them. I've been to a couple of where we just ran on the flat track, or when we went up to Carolina Grudge and y'all all ran. I was like, dang, they don't even have to wash them. It's kind of nice. Maybe every now and then, you know.
I ain't arguing over mud holes and ponds. I ain't getting in that conversation tonight with Wesley, but hey, it is what it is. How many big tire? We waiting on big tire too, man. We got these fellas.
Yep.
I mean,
You would be the fifth in the big tire.
we got it still all balls down to what you can get the spectators to come watch.
Yep.
Period. End of discussion. So I mean, whatever we like,
And
that's what pays the bills.
that's why we want everybody to bring some people, right?
That's right. Bring the crowd.
You got to toot your own horn somewhat. You know what I'm saying? You got to get people involved. Bring your family, bring your friends, get attendance up, you know?
That's a big thing about it, man. That's the only thing is we'll see. We'll run it. I guess these fellas will be happy when I'm fixing to tell Red early this evening, but hey. I heard some crying and all that, calling people crying and boohooing and pouting. So we're gonna let them dry their eyes up. I want to hear nothing about them not coming to race now. So get in.
Yeah, I don't know. I've talked to all kind of people about all kinds of stuff. None of them really crying, but I do know that different people like different stuff.
People like different stuff. Yeah.
And I guess I will say that the triple threat, which is going to be everything, that sort of, I say, gives a truck advantage. It's not the fastest straight in the mud or on a flat track. So,
yep.
You know, we're giving a little bit of everything, you know.
I'm
still waiting on some guys like my man Corey to jump in the horseshoe class. I know he's probably waiting.
That's like the biggest class I think so far, ain't it?
Yeah, it's one of them. And the limited has actually grown a little bit, which I was surprised. I was hoping there were some big tire trucks that were going to step to limited. We'll see. It's not race day, you know.
Yeah.
And we didn't offer extra points this year for early sign up.
Nope, it just got a grab bag, and you extended that, didn't you? We extended
that to Friday. So hopefully they could jump in. Hopefully we'll have some news for them to post on here.
Is horseshoe class any size tire?
Yep.
The
40
0 to 40. Any suspension, any tire.
Yeah.
How about
aluminum block
V-tread in there?
No V-tread.
No, it's got to be a DOT tire.
Yeah, it's got to be a DOT tire. But the V-tread class is going to do pretty much the same thing.
Yep. Same thing. You got something you want to put in there? I mean, Jeff?
What, a vehicle?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Taz. We need Taz in there. We need them all, man.
Yeah.
Well, they got a pickup type truck that they probably gonna run some. But Taz, I'm sure they'll come around and get in there. They got some work they doing. They got a late start, but
yep.
We need to get with David Williams and Big Earl and all them, get them in that thing too.
I know. Where's Alexis at? Where's the girl at? You know?
Yeah,
she's the original young gun.
Yep.
Yep, she is.
But like you say, it's still early February, man. Those mud trucks are still sleeping.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yep. Daddy's got me buying him helmets off of Summit, ordering them helmets and all kind of stuff, man. He's getting ready.
Yep.
I tell you what, that Shecky's ready for them little ones to get in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the little monkey.
Yeah, I've been watching how he's treating and hanging with that boy. He's ready for him to turn him loose.
He was telling me yesterday he's doing some extensions to put on the pedals, so they can get it going.
You know, when somebody says that, I know y'all probably seen that old movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? When the little boy gets in that A model or whatever, he's got them blocks on his feet.
Had them blocks on his foot.
He said he's going, RUNFT or whatever, run off.
Mama done run RUNOFT.
Yeah. Yeah, he had
Dang.
some on his feet. He was driving that vehicle.
Yes, sir. Then he run out of gas and they send him into pig on.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
We try to start them young around
Oh,
here,
yeah.
right?
Hey,
As
that's
long
the
as
way
they're
to do it.
respectful.
That's the way.
As long as they can handle their machine and they're not a danger to themselves or anyone else, and they got the proper safety equipment, it's good to start them young.
How big's the I guess the limited class? How's that looking? Big class.
What we got? We got Demon, we got Robbie, we got the Mushroom, we got Possessed, we got Hammer. Hopefully, we got Thomas Perry, and the two that you were talking about. So that makes 8 limited trucks. So all of a sudden, that class is starting to look a little better. And I know if we can get Kane in there, Mr. Bustle, a couple of his trucks, I know he wanted to run big tire and limited. That'd be 9. So if you get 9 or 10 limited trucks, that's starting to become
It's a pretty good
a nice
class.
class.
I
You
talked.
know, that's literally twice as big as it's been in a while.
Yeah, I talked to the fella, the George fella I talked to from Georgia that had the trucks. He said that he looked at it. He's trying to talk some of the MRA fellas to come because our schedule don't interrupt none of their scheduling for this year. None of the
Okay.
races they go to. So
That'd be nice. There's some super fast guys over there.
I don't know.
And see, that's another thing, y'all. We can start getting 8, 9, 10 trucks that want to run in the class. All of a sudden, that's awesome, and that's why we didn't want to have 2 cut tire classes this year because we had 3 in each, and they were the same, right?
3 trucks.
Yep.
But yeah, man, that's looking interesting. Good deal.
It's not that we don't want trucks like that. It's just that 3 trucks don't really make a class.
Yeah, and it's hard to go somewhere in racing and get somebody to pay out with 3 trucks.
That's correct.
Yep.
And and everybody wants pay out. So
Yep. And hopefully this running this heads up
I see.
with these limited guys that's something that the MRA does. And
I see
they seem,
Mr. Clary's watching. You need to tune on in, Clary.
Tyler,
Brent.
the champ's brother.
Yes, sir.
Champ's
in.
tuner. That's the fun thing about this too. You get people looking at me like, man, I remember him.
Yep.
2-time champ, 3-time champ. If
He
you throw
won
in
both classes, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he won the triple threat.
He's the man, bro.
Almost
back
won
in.
it twice.
What you think about it, Jeff? What's your favorite kind of mud racing? Straight line, horseshoe? I know you like it all, but you got to have some kind.
I'm gonna be
First
honest
thing.
with you. I like the horseshoe pretty good. And I really, cause I come from a round track background. I like that big old bank turn down there at Tyndall Farm now.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple of them that's got it figured. Well, I ain't gonna say they got it figured out, but they testing their limits on that thing when they come around through there. I like that. I mean,
Yeah, that's gonna be a good race.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But
That turns wild if you
but
haven't tried it.
I don't turn
yet.
my nose up at no straight line racing neither, because I like that pretty good.
Racing's racing,
That's right,
right?
racing's
That's what
racing.
I mean. If I'm at a track and there's a big motor in front of me chopping, going fast,
That's right.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah.
Adam Sykes, we waiting on you too, Adam. I see you watching.
Yep, that's Kane's buddy.
We waiting on you.
That'd be 4 more entries if Adam would jump in the small tire and big tire like he was, and then Kane and big tire and limited with at least one of his trucks. There's a lot of them in Georgia that are waiting to see what we're doing with some of this flat track stuff. So
I just hope they come. I just hope they ain't.
please don't leave us hanging, right, BT?
I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna have to go to Georgia and start chopping some heads with that purple truck. You do some stuff like that.
I highly encourage you. Get on out there with them.
Hey, we're gonna go over there and race for sure.
Yeah.
We've got a race over there in Cobbtown, and it's heads up, Mr. Jeffrey. So
Hey, I'll
that'd be a
tell you
fun
this.
one to go check
Hey,
out.
I've been around it enough now. Y'all got the equipment to go down there and run with them.
I know some of them tend not to believe it. We got it, Rhett. Rhett's got a beast coming out too. So
We trying, Bo. We there's a silver Jeep that lives down there in that small block class, and there's about 5 trucks at least that want it.
But I'll go on it. They got to run by our rules down here.
Yeah. Be fun.
So
That's it.
we'll get them in there and get them going.
They definitely got some good trucks over there in Georgia and North Carolina, man. Some of that Broad
Yep.
Creek racing's coming down here to get some for sure. Don,
His truck.
hopefully he'll bring the big man with him.
I ain't seen a name on here tonight. He must be got a.
He's
We
been on
used
here
to
once
call
in a
them
while.
quizzes. He must have a quiz or test tomorrow. That aggravator. I ain't seen him on there.
Yeah, ain't no telling.
Well,
they
it's
go,
the wrong night. Normally we're
Yeah.
on here Wednesday.
Okay.
well, they going to where they going to somewhere up the road there to race in the mountains or the snow.
The Snowball up in Vermont,
Oh, okay.
right?
That's pretty.
The Sinister Six series.
Yep.
That's going to be a good time. We've got about, I think, 13 or 14 6-cylinder
Yep.
trucks
6
in a
and
race
4
together.
Yep. That's a pretty good little race.
Is
That's
that
something to
open?
be proud of, man.
Is that motor open?
I have no clue.
That
I think
V6
it's a
is
stock
it
motor.
open?
I have no clue.
That ain't
I
nothing to
know.
snarl at.
Oh, it'll run. I know he was leaving with the putting it in neutral and dropping him first at what 45 or 55, 6,500 RPMs or something.
I think, yeah, like 4,500 neutral drop.
Just
I
drop
had
it out
some
of
of
Rev
neutral.
limiter in that thing.
I had some of them old Grand National Buicks blister me out there on the street before, so I know they'll run. Them V6s.
Yep.
Mm.
They will run and they will mudbog too.
Oh, that thing will run pretty good.
That's perfect for especially a lot of those youngins to get going and
Yep.
starting in. It's not too much power. They can really get aggressive with it and still be comfortable.
And they come with that Dana 30 in the front and the 60 in the back and all that. So that's pretty good little trucks.
Yeah.
Little XJs and CJs, but that's good. And
So which one of y'all
See.
street classes now? It might be that modified street. That's going to be the consistency class.
Yep, it's going to be based off consistency because it was going to get ruled to the point where
Yep.
we were going to have trouble teching it,
Yeah.
and we were going to limit ourselves out of trucks. So we decided to kind of back up, punt,
try something.
go with the old set of rules, opened up just a little bit, and let them run. You know,
That same thing happened, and I keep referring back to the roundy round. That same thing happened in the outlaw late models around here back in the late 80s, early 90s through there. And some of the tracks just went to a weight rule. After the after the race, all you had to do is run across the scale. They didn't, and a body rule, certain measurements on the body, but the rest of it was wide open. So
yeah,
that's a good way where you don't have to spend all night checking everybody.
Yep.
yeah. You spend all night trying to check the street trucks to make sure that they're really a street truck.
Because they'll try to pull one over on you in them street trucks now.
Oh man, people just like you were saying, people pull. I mean, everything.
That's a rough class, that Jeffrey.
So, I'm not an old school racer, so the people tell me stories and it kind of blows my mind. I'm like, man, I never would have thought of
Yeah, I'm telling you, that street class, that's a rough class, bro.
Yeah.
Well, y'all
Sometimes
wanna-
they want to win too bad, if you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying.
Y'all want to hear
Mhm.
another story about that racing like that roundy round?
Heck yeah.
Heck
come
yeah,
on.
that's why you're on here, right?
So we had a stacker trailer, okay? A stacker trailer, you haul 2 cars.
That's right.
We go to track and they both wrapped the same number on them. Big race, like 100-lap race. We double entered. So the driver went out in the first car and it had a 380 cubic inch all aluminum Ford motor in it. And he hot lapped it. It didn't do too hot. We missed the setup. So a couple cars went by and they pulled out the next car. And it was our car. It was the same, another car. They looked identical. It was 428-inch small block Ford all aluminum. We run it, and I ain't run up there and it outside pole qualified. Next thing I know, some of my best friends from other race cars come running down through that. I said, "Where y'all going?" And this is what they said. "You know where we going?" They was headed to the tech shed, which was a tech fenced off area you'd pulled in there to shut the
Yep.
gate. "You know where we going? We going down here to see about all this cheating." And the race ain't even started yet.
All right.
Dang.
So they told us, the tech man come down there, he was so confused. He said, y'all gonna run that car where that first car qualified. And I said, oh no, the first car is blowed up. No, you gonna run that second car where that first car qualified. I said, no, we entered twice, so we running where that one qualified. He walked off. He done blowed him so bad. He just walked off shaking his head. Next thing you know, the next weekend in the driver meeting, there was a handout fold to put in your rule book. No double entry.
God, they fixed that, didn't they?
Yeah. But I mean, you tried anything, you know, you're wanting to get into that money, which I don't know. We was probably 7 or 8th place car that night, but it was fun getting there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about.
But
they're trying to get over on you. Sometimes, you know, you be sitting there looking at them, listening to their story, and going, "I kind of see your point, or I don't." But
that's right,
man. Come on, guys.
Right or wrong, that kind of stuff will happen.
Oh yeah,
it's all fun, man.
Like you said, some of them, somebody will make a pass and they'll run to you while that dude's making a pass. Check him. Like, we just checked him. We'll check him in a minute again.
What the man say? If you ain't cheating, you ain't racing.
They had me checking Curtis's little small block between rounds.
Oh yeah,
check it. Where's that nitrous?
They
clean that thing out about 10.5, and they go, "This got to have nitrous.
Especially when you got them orange flames coming out the tailpipes.
Yep.
We tried that on the dirt, but man, it wouldn't do nothing but blow them old tires off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Time you hit it, just blow up like a bomb.
See, the point is, you got the secret is you got to roll it in there. You can't get it from the go. You got to roll it.
Get your progressor, right?
Well,
y'all probably trying to shoot a 500 shot on the roundy round too.
That progressive deal would have worked good, but they'd find that.
Yeah, you got to roll it in there.
You had to use the smallest stuff you had and the least amount of equipment to get that nitrous on there. If you'd had one of those dial-up progressive systems on there, you could eat them up.
We used to do some. We used to do some right when I was out of high school. No, we used to do some street racing.
Listen
we used to do some street racing with some fellas. And let me tell you, brother, I could tell you some secrets about how that stuff, boy. Woo. They had one car. You had to take the car to the shop every night to fill the nitrous bottle up because it was in the roll cage.
Dang, it really was.
Yeah. We ran a Davis Technologies. He built traction controls out of up there at Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little old thing, and it went through to the distributor pickup. And what it would do is cut the motor back, and it fit right into driver's suit pocket, and it plugged up with his helmet fan. So they never seen it. And when he got out the car, it was with him. It wasn't in the car nowhere. So,
dang.
Man, I've been around it now. I've been around it. But I'm going to tell you.
Dude's got the nitrous in his suit.
Yeah, the Davis Technology, the traction control unit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Flat thing about like some of these GM modules, distributor modules now. It wasn't much bigger than that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's secrets, man. That's people out there. I done seen some stuff now.
Lots of fun, man. Lots of fun.
I mean, I done seen them make the bottle out, and they don't blow the line out. They blow the line out before they take the bottle, see? So the line will have enough to make the pass in it. So
a little piece of something at least.
Yeah, man. There's all kind of tricks and trades. All kind of.
You would do a dry shot and let it run a little lean, give you a little kick at the beginning.
It'll take it through the breather just like you sprayed it in intake, though.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta be good at hiding or be good at finding it. One out of two.
Yep.
But I feel sure there's gonna be some digging this year. But
digging for BT's bottle. The search is on. I've already heard about BT's bottle, and we haven't raced yet.
All right, Corey, come on. Corey's on here watching. Hey, Jeff, that's bad when they want to take a third place truck for nitrous, ain't it?
Yeah, I hear you. Third place.
A third place truck for nitrous.
The bronze medalist, they're trying to check him out.
But a lot of times, you know what? They want to check that third place truck, and they won the race.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's my motto. As long as you finish second, You'll never get protested.
Let's see.
Never get protested.
You win. You break out the
Yeah.
That's just the
microscope.
nature of the sport, and that's
right.
anything that's competitive. Hey, look where it's gone to now with the what they call athletes. All these shots and
Oh, yeah.
what they call them things, steroids and all that they doing.
Yep.
We just been shooting them cars up for a long time. They just now getting around the humans.
They're shooting
Yep.
car with steroids, ain't it?
Yeah.
I see we got Corey
Think-
watching. He gonna get on the horseshoe class, Corey. I see you watching.
I hope so. His new sledgehammer he's got.
I heard he done changed up some stuff too. I heard today.
Uh-oh.
Well,
A lot of them have been quiet. It's kind of weird when they're quiet. You know what I mean?
It
Makes
is.
you wonder. You never know.
working on it, changing it.
Are they plotting? Are they ready to come out swinging?
Last minute. Another thing I want to
If
say,
you're in South Carolina, we're going to your favorite track,
Oh,
right, BT?
if you got a
or
track in
Georgia.
South Carolina, we going to your favorite track, correct?
Yeah, I guarantee you
Guarantee. And I think,
that we tried to work evenly with everybody, you know,
Yeah.
spread it out, right, BT?
yep. And I think the entries ain't closed until the day of the race, correct, Rhett?
Yeah, that's right.
The day of the race. So you got time to get in. If you want to be that dog horse and sneak in behind the gate on the 9th and get registered, nobody know. Hey, we won't even tell you coming.
Yep. And I mean, honestly, we could keep it open while there's still got drops where they could make it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was fixing to say
First
to
two.
you could at least wait to the second race to cut it off because you
Yep.
get to drop a race.
Yep. Because I know some people, there were a lot of rods are apart right now, but they ought to be coming back together, back online for the spring, right, BT?
Yep. I'm just ready for some shootout racing, Bo. I've been practicing.
I saw your video. That's what I was telling him, man. I seen BT in action on the light.
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna have to put Cassidy on him because I don't know how I'm gonna do
You
it.
know, I got that button in my truck for the light that we own, which is gonna be the series official green light takeoff. I got a button in my truck that controls that thing.
Yeah,
It's on my trans brake. When I off trans brake, the button turns green. So get you some of that.
so that's how you do it because it's actually the light is when you let go of your trans.
That's right. Get you some
You
of
got a
that.
transceiver.
I tell you what, it's all kind of secrets people don't know.
I was telling you, and then you shouldn't joke like that.
Hey,
least they'll
at
burn-
least
We got Joe Rogan on here. Like, oh man,
At least
you're
they'll burn
putting it
your-
out there. They can see.
I'm letting it know.
you gonna burn the internet down. You just burnt my phone
What
down.
you say, Jeffrey? I ain't nothing to hide. It's all out there for everybody in the public. Bo.
It's out there for you to look at. That's right.
Come on and get you some. Y'all want to
it.
go? Y'all want to go grudge racing street out off the tree? We'll do it, baby. Come on and get you some.
I hear you.
It's gonna be fun.
It's
For
Well,
sure.
hey.
Everybody should get a little bit of what they like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're a V-Tray guy, you're gonna get your hills and jumps. You're a horseshoe guy, you're gonna get your horseshoes. I don't think they're gonna jump them too much, other than Twitty's a little.
Come get in this. Come get in the Southeastern DOT series and do it in front of everybody, ain't it?
That's
all right.
right.
Show us what
And
you got.
travel around a little bit and race at other people's home tracks. Show off over there, you know.
You know, it's fine. Burn up Rhett's phone. You know, if you do this, we do that. Come on.
Let's let it
Come on
eat,
in.
right?
But hey, fellas, I don't know about y'all, but I'm old. It's about my bedtime.
I hear you.
I'm about ready to eat some
At
supper.
5 o'clock on the morning.
BT opened this thing up when we weren't on the air yet, and he was sitting there eating.
I ain't finished eating. I still got 4 shrimp and half a slab of mahi.
Dang.
I want to show y'all something.
What we got here?
That's a 19. Now, y'all don't laugh at me because I know I'm old. That's a 1948 Ford pickup, okay? Model. That's what I graduated driving in high school, 1983.
Heck yeah.
Would you like
Classic.
Would you like to? I still own it. It's over there in the shop in my mom's yard, in the garage. But would anyone like to guess what size motor was in that thing?
You told me,
Uh-oh.
but I can't remember. You told me one time at Twiz we was talking about that thing. Me and Shecky.
Well, when it come from the factory, it had a 100 horsepower flathead in it, V8. But when I
350
drove it, it had a 61 430 cubic inch Lincoln motor in it.
I like to see that. That's pretty tough.
And it still had them little 878 tires on it.
I
But
bet
let
it
me
would
tell you
burn them
why.
down.
Let me tell you why you couldn't do it street light to street light racing people
Yeah.
with a big tire, because it would break the axles in that thing.
Wow.
It'd ring them like they wasn't nothing.
Like a 10-bolt Chevrolet, huh?
But I broke a lot of hearts with that thing, them boys with them Camaros.
I imagine so.
I tell them let's run about 50 and then take off.
That'd be there behind then, ain't it?
Yeah. All they seen was the tailgate of that thing, man. But that was a lot of fun.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. Well, Mr. Jeff, we appreciate you coming on here with us and hanging out with us in the mud racing world.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Anytime,
Hopefully.
bro. Anytime.
And you
Hopefully
fellas
it'll
out
help
there,
us.
you fellas out there looking on at the DOT series here, the SEDOT. Y'all need to look on and get hooked up and bring your trucks and come on and run. It's a lot of fun.
We have a good time. Good time.
It is. It's a lot of fun, man.
We're a big old dysfunctional family for sure.
It ain't all about the race. It ain't all about the race.
It's great, man.
Oh, you
All
forgot
right,
about
guys.
the other news for Saturday night. All right, Jeff, you can get on off. You go and kick, but you gonna get your news for Saturday night, Red? You gonna kick that off?
Yeah, get some news. And I'm gonna read this list of trucks that we got off real quick, and I'm gonna read the sponsors so far. They're gonna help us out 2024, just so everybody knows who is on the list. You know, we got Spare Parts, Code Blue, Grape Ape, Cheese Puff, Willis Walker with the bad Jeep out of Georgia, Dawn. We got NU Deep. We got Wild Hair. We got the Proud Boy. We got Mr. Don again from up there at the Broad Creek Racing. We've got Patches, Purple Haze, Reaper, Chopper Blocker with a special truck that's been sitting around a little while that some of y'all might know. What, the Thunderstruck, right, BT? You know that truck?
I believe I heard it.
Thunderstruck's supposed to be coming back out. We've got the Demon. We got Mr. Robert Lofton. We got the Magic Mushroom, Possessed. We got the Hammer with his new rod. Thomas Perry out of Georgia. We got the Wild Hair, the Snowman, the Damn Blue Ford up there all the way from Virginia. The Aggravator, leader of the Sinister Six series is their new deal, which is really cool to see that we kind of help them, inspire them getting that going, you know, show them that, look, just try to get some guys together that like to race and you can do what you want, you know. Tracks, they'll follow you. They'll let you do what you want as long as you got something good going, you know. Under construction, the Little Rebel. We got Jason King's Sons coming out with the new square body that looks mean for the horseshoe class. Cody Singleton with that Ford, that red one. Mr. Brian Schofield. We got Old Blue. We got Bill Hare and the Snowball sitting there in V-Tread waiting on somebody to come take that belt if they can.
That's right.
That's going to be, once again, the Hare's Repair belt. So we've got some stuff going. If we can get some more of these flat trackers, some of them Georgia boys jump off the fence and get with us, we're going to have one heck of a series this year.
It's back.
That's right.
I think they're going to like the news.
What was that?
I think they're going to like the news coming out. Might come
Awesome.
out in a couple of days or so. We'll see.
Well, so far right here, let me list our 2024 sponsors, because without the sponsors, it would not be possible, man. It takes money to buy these trophies and belts and be able to get the swag and, you know, all that stuff. So we got Coke Renovations, Triple Threat Racing Engines, Hare's Repair Service, Hustler Racing, Holy City Proud Boys, Twitty's Mud Bog, and once again, our man, Johnny Martin Well Drilling. Couldn't do it without these sponsors. And we're still hunting some more sponsors, and I'll re-release that stuff. And we're going to have to get that wrapped up in the next week or so, guys that want on the T-shirts. Because I've got to get T-shirts ordered.
Hey, you got us down for a belt, don't you, Red?
Okay, yeah. I need to put you down for a belt. I'll write that on here right now.
Whichever. It don't matter.
Yes, sir.
Branchville mud ball, flat track.
Heck yeah. I know we're gonna have a good time this year, man. It's gonna be a good mix of racing. So y'all jump on in.
You still want to kick off? I see Mr. Mark Mayfield. Come on out. He's watching too. Come on out and get in. Mr. Danny Postel is watching. We need a sponsor for the Porta John, man. Come on.
That's right. Couldn't do it without them, could we?
Yeah, that's
That's one thing I'll say about Branchville. Y'all always have clean portalets and enough of them.
Thank you to Mr. Danny Postel. I'm trying to think.
Logan, my wife says they're always nice and clean.
How about what's your idea for Saturday night? You still going with it, or what you want to do?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking about trying to get together at Iris's. If anybody wanted to get together and hang out, maybe we could get some of this sponsorship money from people or their dues, or if they have any questions, because we're working all the time, and man, we get bombarded with stuff, bogged down, and no time. Like right now, I literally took a shower and started this. So I think it might be a good thing to maybe try to get together Saturday if anybody wants to come to Iris's. What do you think? 6? We'll be at 6 or 7.
Like that. Get it early. I'll get us back and we'll.
And if you just want to come drink a beer and eat a cheeseburger and hang out with us, do it.
Yeah, you can bring your wives. Bring your wives. Come on.
Yep. Bring your wives.
Bring your wives, your entry fees, your belt sponsorship monies. Bring it all.
Yep, because I'm going to have to start ordering these shirts and koozies and all that stuff to get it here.
Iris's is cash only.
Yeah, and Iris's is cash only, y'all.
Yep, cash only. They got
Don't
a
be stuck at the $5 ATM.
They got an ATM machine. And we trying to get a sponsorship from him. So if we show up again, hey, we working on it. I ain't had time to go back up there, but
hey, like David said, can you bring the wives? Always bring the wives. Bring the kids. Bring whoever. It's not, bring whoever. It's a family-oriented deal. Right, BT?
Yes, sir. Very family-oriented. But, hey, until next time, we'll see y'all. It's been great. It's been good. We'll get some more races on here next week. We'll figure out something. What time? Davey says about 6. Meet up there about 6, 6:30, something like that.
Yep. Let's do that. About dark.
Might be kind of quiet. Dark.
Maybe we can have a cheese puff on the trailer. Maybe we just finished running it.
Yes,
you never know.
Bring it out and do some testing. I know a place.
I know a place.
Get a head start on that.
Yep.
I can't say nothing. But, hey, we'll see y'all next week. Same place, hopefully Wednesday next week, 7 o'clock, not Thursday.
That's right.
We got some other fellas trying to jump on, so we got to get back in our spot before they take it from us. So,
yep.
Back Wednesdays at 7, live between the pits. We'll see y'all then. Appreciate it, fellas.